GWOT action figures. A hidden goldmine of conversation in the gear community no one talks about, but we will today. I've had a bit of a hiatus from this channel recently. My dad passed away some time ago, and we've been going through a lot of his old stuff. Between the old model planes, Hallmark Christmas ornaments, a Winchester 94, old copies of Maxim, and a bunch of old PS2, PS1 games, I made a bit of a discovery. I was a kid in the GWOT era. I think I was about 9 when the first Transformers came out.
Hey, mammy! Oh, don't be like that. If I had a rock, I'll bust your head, bitch. Say, man, she deaf, you know?
So I missed the train when it came to buying cool shit at that time. While I was oogling at airstrikes in Kabul on the news, my late father was up to other things. He liked model planes, especially the F-14. In fact, we have enough models on our ping pong table to stock an eBay page for half a year. He used to work as a defense contractor with the government, and we used to watch a lot of old war movies. I think I watched Black Hawk Down for the first time when I was 11. When he passed away, we didn't exactly know what was in the endless stacks of bins he kept in the basement. So when we discovered all of those Dragon brand GWOT figures, I knew I had the content I needed for a new video. Today we are going through about 5 boxes of GWOT figures. This was originally going to be a ranking video, but I had a hard time determining which one of these was worse than the others. They all have something that stands out in each that kinda elevates what would have already been a neat figure. Even if the 2000s ability of rendering and sculpting a face might have been a bit lackluster, keep in mind that the 3D software we have now to generate figures was not what they had back then. By the end, I will describe which one was my favorite. Number 1. Ranger Larry. Our first character is from the 75th Ranger Battalion. He also happens to look a lot like 90s Keanu Reeves. This box art goes hard though. When I rewatched Stargate SG-1, I imagine the real Special Forces guys that fought the Goa'uld would have looked a lot more like this instead of these guys. Opening up the box, the first thing I noticed was that the figure inside has a face that looks nothing like the box art. It's less 90s Keanu and more what Danny Kaye would have looked like if he joined the Marines. Accessory-wise, there was a lot of extra stuff. Larry comes with a RIS M4 with a detachable mag. Aside from some M81 Woodland molly pouches, a bayonet and some night vision for his helmet, he also comes with a Claymore mine. You might notice that throughout each of these figures, there is going to be one specific item that elevates each box. For this one, it's definitely the Claymore and the detonator. Overall, solid. Number 2. Ranger Matt. You know, this box was begging for an official Black Hawk Down logo. Aside from being clearly influenced by that movie, this is trying to look a lot like the main character. Even his M16A2 looks a lot like the one used in the film. I should know, I mocked up my C7 in the same style. Inside the box is a much better sculpted face compared to Larry. Both have the same Ranger haircut, but I appreciate the detailing more here. The Woodland Pasket over the DCU uniform looks great. There is a Motorola radio with a pack, and a bottle of prescription meds. Nah, I know that's not what that is. The two highlights here are the chocolate camo helmet cover and the M16A2. Just like in the movie, the extra detail of leaving in the older equipment, as was actually used in the real battle in Mogadishu, is appreciated with the helmet cover. And I do have some bias with the M16A2, and I love the mock-up they made here, especially the duct tape. Overall, damn solid. Number 3. Grenadier Kevin. Alright, so far this box art is the best. I like the Scarface configuration for the M16. It always catches my eye when I see it, and I think that happens a lot for you guys too. Kevin, over here, is apparently with the 101st Airborne. His box art looks a lot more like Josh Hartnett's Matt Abersman than the previous figure. However, once we open the box, he looks a little less like his box counterpart, and more like Kevin Spacey. The accessories on this one are a lot simpler, however, and that isn't a bad thing. This helmet has the night vision already mounted. You have an optional M81 hat. The big piece of note on this one is something I already mentioned, the Scarface M16. You even get some extra 40 mic rounds. I also like the addition of the LBV over the Pasket. It looks great. Solid out of 10. Number 4. Ted from Delta. At first I had mixed feelings on this one. We don't see tan LBVs much in media. Like those DCU covers for the Pasget before the US Armed Forces upgraded to the new Molly rigs, it's seldom seen. When I saw the hat in place of the helmet for Special Forces, I started remembering those wonderful skate helmets that Delta wore in Mogadishu. This fellow's eyes kind of look a little bit like J.D. Vance, though. The sculpt itself on the inside isn't so bad. I especially like the Alice belt kit and the SOP Mod M4. But one thing that really brings this figure to the near top of my list is the fact that he has a suppressed Mark 23. Also, no Mex flight gloves are neat. Solid snake out of 10. Number 5. Hugh from the 26th MEU. Yeah, this one wins. Best box art out of the bunch. I'm not even an American, and this makes me want to die for Israel. For a moment, I thought his weapon was a Mark 12, but upon opening the box, it's clearly an M16A4. Where do I begin with the highlights here? Buddy here is rocking an Alice pack, a cover for the Alice pack, and an interceptor vest. They even included a bedroll. Not only do you have the scope for your rifle, but what I think is a magnifier and rail covers. On top of that, he has an AT4. Yeah, this one takes the cake. Nice box art too. Figure videos are not popular in this community, which is kinda lame considering how hard some of these ones go. I'm leaving these guys mint in the box, by the way. Might even use one for later inspiration for a loadout. How about you guys? Have you collected any of these figures? Let me know in the comments. Cheers.